Hey, thanks for joining us for a fun vision therapy exercise. This vision therapy exercise would fall under the category of visualization, and that would be over the horizontal and vertical axis. This is really important skill because we work on this skill to help children that have difficulty with reversals. If they have a difficulty recognizing the B's and the D's, the P's and the Q's, that means that spatially, when they're trying to think of which orientation something should face, it gets kind of confused in their brain. And so this is a way that we can practice it in graphic form, where we're doing it with patterns to help understand the concept of something being flipped over forward to backwards. And so when we start with this activity, we're going to have a grid pattern, and it's going to have 3 blank squares. And what you're going to do is you're going to practice coloring in this pattern when we flip this one over the vertical axis, and then taking the pattern here and flipping it over the horizontal axis. I have on the back side just an example starting point. So let's say that we want to be looking at this yellow square right here. If I were to flip it over, where would it go? And a common answer I get is it would go to this square. So then we want to have the discussion to say, well, what if I was to fold my paper in half? This square has to kiss this other side. So then we use the exercise of saying, well, what if I had to fold my paper in half? If I was to fold it in half, this pattern over here is going to kiss the square on this side, and it's not going to land here. It's actually going to land all the way over to this box. So then you'll have them take their crayon or colored pencil and just color in the corresponding color for where this grid is going to go. Now, if we have that one there, what's the color that's underneath it? It's the red color. So they're going to fill in the next square with the corresponding color. Now we're going to go to this next box here, which is the blue. A common mistake patients will do is they'll say, oh, it's down and to the right of the red square. The blue must be over here. But remember, we're doing mirror image. So if this pattern, again, were to flip over to this side, this box here would actually flip over to this box here. Another strategy that we can use is we can count from the middle, because we know that when we fold these two together, this box will kiss this box. So if this is in the middle here, we're going to count 1, 2, and 3 is where the blue square is going to be. So that's where we're going to color in our color blue. Then we're going to go to our next box here. That's going to be our yellow square. Our yellow square is going to go over here. And that's, again, one blank one from the middle, counting outwards is yellow. And now our last one is the color blue. So now we should have a complete mirror image of this pattern on this side from this one here. All right, so now let's stretch our brains. This pattern that is on this top box is now going to go from the top, flip it down to the bottom. So that's if we were to fold our paper in half this way, this pattern would kiss this side. So an easy one to do is one that's right here along the axis, which would be the blue one. So if I flip the blue one over and I went to this side, it would land right here onto this blue square. So we're going to color that blue. Then on top of that, we have our yellow. Now let's go to our next blue square over here. All right, is it going to go on this side? Nope, because that won't touch over here. We want it to touch this blue square here. So that's going to go to this blue square over here. And then now we're going to do the red and then the yellow. Okay, now we've completed one flip here. And then from here, if I could fold my hand, 2 flips, but let's go this way. 2 flips here. Now from this side, we're going to take the pattern on this side and flip it over this axis here. So another easy square to start with would be one that's close to the axis. This is called the vertical axis. Again, we're taking this side, flipping it over to this way. So we're going to take the blue square, flip it over to this box here. And that's, again, one blank one in the center, one blank one in the center, and then a blue one on the outer side. When you finish the exercise, you'll notice that you have a very symmetrical pattern between the 4 grids. That's how you know that you did the exercise correctly. If you finish and you take a step back and you're like, oh, it doesn't look exactly symmetrical, like if I folded my page in half this way, or if I folded my page in half this way, it wouldn't be an exact mirror image. there might be like a mistake somewhere in there. So take a look here. And again, this pattern, if I was to fold my page over like this, should exactly mirror onto this grid here. This grid here should exactly mirror if I was to fold my page. It should mirror onto this grid on the bottom. And then if I was to fold my page again, this pattern is going to flip over to this side. All right, so that is the grid flips visualization exercise.